Lights, camera,
Rolling.
action.
Welcome to my podcast, Let's Talk About Verticals, a place where secrets are spilled, stories unfold, and the mysterious world of verticals is revealed in all its glory. Behind the scenes, oh yes. Exclusive insights, absolutely. Eccentric characters, you bet. So pull up a chair, pour yourself something suspiciously strong, and prepare for a conversation you didn't know you needed. So welcome to the podcast Let's Talk About Verticals. And now, let's talk. Hello and welcome to my podcast Let's Talk About Verticals. The first half of the year is over, and as you all know, it's always time for looking back for the recent month and the verticals that we've gotten in this month. And it's time for a new recap with the ladies. A little bit of change. We have a kind of guest today because Shika is on a birthday weekend and Megan is still moving. So I have 4 ladies with me to talk about what happened in this vertical space. And it's Aline from I Love Verticals, it's Dahlia from Verticals Films Lover, it's Caitlin from Verticate, and it's Sarah from Escapism via Verticals. Hello, ladies, welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Hi, Sarah. Welcome, Sarah.
Welcome, Sarah, for the first time. But I'm sure that it's not the last time.
We'll see.
We are really lovely ladies, so we won't bully. In this recap is no place for bullying or any vertical trope shit. So
It's a safe place.
Unless we're talking about really bad mafia accents.
No, I was thinking more of. I was thinking more of. After this, do you still think you want to invite me again? Let's see.
Huh.
Oh,
We will see. We give it a try. So, first questions of all. Okay, as you all know, Shika and Dahlia are always a bit battling in a friendly way. Who watched more verticals? So, Shika is out for this month. But Dahlia already said before we started recording, yeah, I'm sure I can beat Shika this month. So, Dahlia, how many verticals have you watched this month?
82.
That's my number on the wrist here. 82.
Oh, there you go.
No, but also we need to say something. We are recording on 26. It's not even the end of the month, meaning that she will end up at 100 by the end of the month.
Right.
Same thoughts.
Yep.
No.
Maybe 90.
I have to focus on the reviews. I have to do.
How many dropouts, Dahlia, this month?
One that I did not finish, and there's like 3 crap ones, but one that was extra crap.
But one of 82 is good, I would say.
For someone who never drops out, I almost never. I'm like Caitlin. Caitlin and I are the rage watchers. Like, even if it sucks, we try and get to the end.
Caitlin, did you drop out this month?
I didn't. I actually thought this month was actually pretty good for verticals. I was pleasantly surprised. I felt like there was less crap, at least what I saw. Granted, I didn't watch 82. I didn't even watch my normal 60 or so. But the ones I did glitch on or latch onto actually were pretty decent. So I did not have any dropouts, and I actually had to think about what the crap of the month was this month. So
Really?
Yeah. Usually it's right coming out of my lips really easy. And this month I was like, I gotta think.
I think I will be the new leader of the dropouts every month. Ha! Aline, did you have any dropouts?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Good.
No, I watched only 18, but this week and for the next 2 weeks it's gonna be crazy at work, so I'm not gonna watch much. But yeah, 18, and I didn't finish 3, so.
Okay. So, Sarah, throw us your number you are watching in the month roundabout.
So, well, like what Aline said, it's the 27th. So I was planning to do some catch up over the weekend. But my number right now is at 40.
Yeah.
With 3 dropouts. So not bad.
I feel a bit bad because I had 16 dropouts out of 64
shit.
verticals.
Oh wow.
For me, it was a really crappy month in verticals. In the beginning of the month, it was really shit to watch, and now to the end, it got a bit better. But I had in total 16 dropouts,
Wow.
and
Do you-
I was willing to get better and to watch more, but I couldn't do it.
Do you guys notice? And I thought at first it was a fluke, but it's been quite a few months in a row now where it seems like the first part of every month is like dead for verticals or crap comes out, and then like the last 2 weeks of every month is when really good ones come out or lots of them come out.
Yeah.
It's just it seems like every month I'm like trying like I'm looking for things to watch the first 2 weeks, and the last 2 weeks I'm like trying to play like catch up and whack-a-mole with trying to watch every single one I see that I want to watch, you know. It just at first I thought, oh, it's just a fluke month, but now I feel like it's been that way for months in a row where it's just
True.
crazy.
And now we are getting the shows roundabout produced in April. Let's be honest, with this less productions actually happening and with this more AI stuff, I'm sure that the whole summer there won't be really good months in advance because we're getting more and more this AI shit in the summer and less of the origin produced stuff. So I think it could get worse the next months, to be honest.
Well, I think that it's really in you know what you consider, is it quantity versus quality? You know what I mean? There's also newer apps that are coming out with human made projects, and it may not be that they have 5 coming out in a week. They may only have 1 a week. I mean, even Candy Jar is stuck to their 1 a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Right.
really Chera did 2 this month, and both of them were great. You know
How
what I
many
mean?
did
And
Gamma
obviously it's not
Time
something
drop?
that everyone sees. None of them are AI. It's very, human stories, and I really think that what it's doing is it's moving viewership to other channels because
How
there
many
are so
shows
many
drops
AI
Gamma
releasing.
Time roundabout, Dahlia? You are more in Gamma Time also. How many
sorry?
shows? How many shows did Gamma Time drop roundabout per week?
2. Oh no, they'll do 1 every other week.
Okay.
And but they also put out like their episodics, like they have like the Kill Michael Jackson one, the I guess biopic. They did the biopic, and then they'll put out some stuff for Forensic Files. So they put out some stuff, but as far as like big movies, it's probably about 2 a month right now, which I think is going to increase. They have some that are waiting that are coming.
Okay.
The one that they did this, actually the original one that they did was just like 1, and then the other one was in partnership with Flare Flow. That was this month, right?
I
That
believe
was this
so.
that was this month. The She Means Justice 2.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Justice
That was just a bot IP. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it in partnership a partnership release.
For me, as Caitlin said, the first 2 weeks of this month, I was really disappointed, and I messaged a few times with Vicky from Vertiverse, and she asked me, "What are you watching? Actually, I don't know what to watch." And I said, "I was scrolling, and nothing attracts me really to watch." So it was really hard to find kind of show that motivated me to turn on. And I don't know what you were thinking about it, or if you get the same thing. What really annoys me in June was this AI advertisings for kind of porn verticals. Holy, what is happening there?
It's been really bad.
Not even kind of made blurry or stuff in the
No, you see
shows.
everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And advertisings open, honest. And I got these advertisings for 2 shows like that on iDrama. Really nearly porn verticals. And I
I
was
wouldn't say
totally
nearly.
shocked. Huh?
I wouldn't say nearly because
It is porn, basically.
it
What
is.
honestly.
I think I
And
shared it with Dahlia or Aline that like there was this ad which just basically just put a sensor on the parts while it was happening, but it was basically that. Yeah.
as I said in my ads, there wasn't even something made blurry. It was totally fully seen. And that I was shocked because, in my opinion, this came up this month. I haven't seen it in that, let's say,
No,
massive style with this porn stuff in the
it
last
started
months.
like I would say 2 months ago. I started to get these, and the problem is, and that's Instagram for this. It's shit. Is that every time like I click report and not interested, but because I click report and not interested, they put even more on my feed. I'm like, this is stupid. I'm telling you, I don't want to see that. I report them. And the worst thing is, when I report, they say, oh no, it doesn't go against the rule. Like, are you
yeah.
fucking kidding me? Like, you are banished, you are like, banned some people from Instagram, like models that just do underwear picture models, and you say, oh, this is porn, we don't want to see that on our platform, but because they pay to put the ads, in this case maybe it's okay, we can leave it up. Come on.
And unfortunately, it's like crap. It's not even. I mean, you can't even say it's X platform. The channels that are being advertised aren't even like our normal apps.
True.
You know what I mean? They're
Some
not
of
our
them.
normal apps. It's
Yeah, I haven't seen
iDrama,
any
iDrama.
ads
That's
for
real
real
short.
short.
Two are for iDrama. You can watch
The others
these
are any
shows
real.
on
Right, but I
iDrama.
mean,
No,
to,
but
to search
I've
for
seen
them,
for
you
many
have to
different
look.
stuff. Yeah, like usually, like before, I used to have ads for apps that I actually have, like Drama Wave, Drama Box, Real Shorts, My Drama, stuff like this. But I don't have Story Reel. I don't have any reel. I don't have those shitty stuff apps, and I see only that. I don't even see the apps that I actually have. So I'm like,
Right.
okay,
So
do they
it
put
must
ads
be an
anymore?
algorithm.
Or?
It must be an algorithm difference because I am getting a ton of those pornographic ones. Net short, number one, and it's legitly net shorts. I've seen a couple that are kind of close to porn, with platelet, average platelet's name on it. But I have seen the other ones like any reels and I actually I went through last night and did a purge of apps on my phone. So if they haven't put out any real actor verticals in the past couple of months, like 2 months, I deleted them.
How many? How
Especially if I
many
haven't
did you delete?
a little under 10, I believe, out of the 40 or so I have. So almost a quarter of what I had. And I'm noticing the ones I'm staying close to. I do have some that I like. So NetShort still is on my phone, and Flareful is still on my phone. But those ones, their subscriptions, the yearly subscriptions are up this month. I will not be renewing those.
Yeah.
I will not. I think I found the apps that I want to stick to because they're still doing human ones, but that's not going to be a concrete decision. If, like, for example, if God forbid Good Short was to go all AI or something like that, then I'll drop them too. I'll delete them. I have no
What happened
problem
with
deleting
Drama
them. If you're
Pops? Wasn't it
Drama
Drama
Pops.
Pops that we?
Yeah.
I was
This
Who was mid filming?
not even mid. I heard that there were some who were about to film like in a few days, and then were canceled, like just like that.
last minute.
Yeah, it was JC and Kayla, right? Or just
I'm
JC?
not.
Yes, I think so.
Jared O'Kell, I know. I anyway.
Jared flew over to
But
Turkey, I
this,
thought. No?
yeah, so maybe that was Jared and Kayla. But anyway, like honestly, like all most of my sub are getting out like at the end, and I'm really like I haven't renewed any of those that are done, like Drama Wave even. Like they are doing a lot of AI. They still do some real one, but not so much. So for me, like for now, I will not renew Drama Box. I'm not renewing. Like all those Drama Pop as long as soon as it's up. Like I will not renew.
Same.
NetShort the same. Honestly, I think it will be good for my bank account probably. like like finally. But like clearly, and I said that I think to Dahlia. like we talked about, okay, they go all AI, and maybe in some point they might like revert because they might not gain as much money as they thought. But honestly, let's imagine Drama Pop is the example because we just talked about it. But they go full AI for sure. I'm not renewing and I'm deleting the app. If in 6 months or a year they decide, okay, go back and then we start again with a real actor, I'm not even paying again for them. Like, in the meantime, we have so many apps that are coming, like fanfics. We have a microcode that is coming up. We have so many other that will come up that we don't even know about yet. And
Yeah.
all those, like, we will check them out. As soon as I will pay for those, I will not pay for the other one that completely screwed up
You
in the
lose
past.
trust. You
Right.
lose trust.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Like,
trust. Yep.
and I hope somehow, I know it's gonna be more difficult for them, but I hope that the actors also will not go back to them if something happens, because like they completely disrespected them, like dropping their project last minute like they did. It's absolutely not
Yeah.
good at all. So I know that they need to work, and I totally understand if they have to go back, fine. But I really hope that a lot of them will just say, "Oh no, I pass. I'm gonna work with someone else," because like they need to understand that what they are doing is just not right. You want to do AI, we cannot like we cannot just tell them don't do it at all because we know that they're going to do it. But keep the project that you have in line, you have on your pipeline, just at least finish those.
Yeah.
And just do have you have people watching real actors, you have people watching AI, maybe like you have both. Why don't do both? At least just, yeah, this is
Yeah,
dropping
so
last
only
minute
gonna
for me
I'm
is really a
There's going to be a huge pendulum switch.
oh yeah.
Switch back.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a huge pendulum movement back to human. Not necessarily next month, but
No, I think till the end of the
it's
year.
going to happen.
I
And it's
think
going
in
to
the
happen
end
soon.
of the year that will happen.
but
The
look
only
at what
app, the only app tomorrow expires my Candy Jar yearly subscription, and that's right now the only subscription I will continue at the moment, because Drama Box and stuff is also expiring this year, but tomorrow is Candy Jar, and for sure for me I will renew this one because they really had great content this month for me, and I have the feeling
Consistent.
that they are distance from AI.
Yeah, and also
actually.
like it's one of the least expensive as well, like compared
Yeah,
to most of the
that's the
other that are
second part. Yeah,
super expensive. So like it's very good point for Candy Jar for this. But I just want to mention, I don't know if you've seen, but like 6 months ago, 8 months ago in China, they stopped using human for vertical and they went full AI almost everywhere. But they're starting to go back to human. And usually we see the trend that happened in China with 6 to 8 months delay to the
yeah,
US. So that's why now they are going all AI for us. But I'm pretty sure that by the end of the year, beginning of next year, it might switch again. But like it's just so funny, like, well, it's ironic when I say funny, obviously. But it's just like they see now in China that it's not working, but then they say, oh, maybe it will work in the US. When you already know that in the US the market is completely different, it's completely stupid. Honestly, for me, it's one of the stupidest move that they're doing right now.
yeah,
Well, and people aren't paying attention to, and we won't know, right? I was talking to Short Drama Alliance last the 20th. I think last Saturday, last Sunday. And I really, even the people that are in full AI with the human emotion, there's a lot of stuff that AI can't do because they're still haven't caught up. The tech is there. It's a matter of that tech is expensive because you have to pay someone to pay that much more attention to detail. So
yeah,
right now the AI slop that's coming out is cheaper. And that's what people are seeing is, oh, people are already
yeah,
subscribed. It's cheaper. I'm going to put it out there. What they're not paying attention to is that it will be a lot more expensive as time comes. You also
Yeah.
don't know what the ecological aspects are with AI, with as much water and energy as it takes. And I really, really believe that we don't know the impact. They don't know, not we don't know. We don't want it. But they don't know the impact that it's going to have not only losing subscribers, but those subscribers won't come back, like Aline said.
Mm.
You know, you basically lost a customer for life. You know, unless you come out
Yeah.
with that superstar thing, and guess what? They're only going to pay for that one drama.
Yeah.
Honestly, if there's one very good one, I'm pretty sure it's gonna end up on Dailymotion. I'm gonna go there. Like
There you go.
honestly, like I hate going on Dailymotion because I want to support the well, I wanted to support the app until now. But honestly, if this happened and there's only one super good one, I'm gonna go on Dailymotion because anyway, the actors once they are paid for the vertical, they don't get any residual revenue
Yeah.
anyway.
For
So
them,
if I'm
it's
going to
doesn't
watch,
matter.
yeah, if I'm going to watch for free on the Dailymotion, it doesn't change anything for them. But it made a point for the platform that no, I'm not paying for
Right.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So, and we are talking now, right, about the platforms. Let's start with with the app of the month. Which was the app where you were mostly, as I said, for me, it was Candy Jar. I was very happy with Candy Jar this month with the series they dropped. It was a type of diversity with My Heart Thief. There was Enemies, which was a really good one. There was the one with what was it, Alpha Stowe. Yeah, Alpha Stowe was a really good one. So I felt very entertained on Candy Jar this month. And as I said, tomorrow the yearly subscription expires, but for me, it's safe that I will renew it. Which app was yours?
Ooh, can I share mine? Mine is
Yeah.
My Drama. I watched so much on My Drama this month. I think part of it is because I'm doing this my Pride series on my account. So and My Drama has the most. They have like 4 or 5 um GLs on their platform, you know, like most don't even have one. So I was very happy with the content that I got from My Drama this month. And I think I watch a little bit differently from you guys because I do it on a per app basis. Like this month, I would focus on a certain app so that it's just for me to revolve my subscriptions around and not, you know, kind of have to pay like an entire year and like just get the whole month subscription and then finish everything for that app and then go on to the next
Go on
app
the next
so next month. But like so My Drama, I had my drama this month and I was very happy with a lot of the things that came out on that. And there's still so many coming out till the end of the month, which have been great.
And they are always producing really good quality.
I mean, they still have AI. They still have AI ones, which I click and skip, which my frustration there is all of their posters look AI. So like anything that you click there, even the real person ones, they're AI posters. But like it's not
But that's not only on My Drama. I think that
Yeah, it's not
problem
just
is
their
on
problem.
every app.
Everywhere.
and like out of like when you click the new ones, it's not 50-50. It's like probably 80% real
Yeah.
human, and then 20% AI still. So
Yeah.
hopefully that doesn't change or anything, but yeah, I guess that's just about it. They have AI, but they have really good human, you know, real human ones. So that's
Yeah.
good for them.
Dahlia, what was your platform?
I spent the most time on DramaBox, and they actually had really good ones. I mean, I spent a lot of time there. They had really good ones, and but I also want to reach out to Chera for the two that they came out with. Chera, you know, Ashton Heights was one of those that I would say is a pay per film. It really was a phenomenal film. So I think that if they can fix their subscription model a little bit, Chera is one to watch.
Okay.
But yeah, DramaBox is where I spent the most time.
Aline?
For me, it's gonna be two. I finally subscribed to Drama Shorts because I was waiting a long time to finally subscribe. So I'm catching up on very old ones. So I spent quite a lot of time there, and on Real Short as well. Even though it was not all great, but I've seen some good ones on Real Short. So yeah, those two mainly.
Aline was
Caitlin?
in that film, in that vertical. Did you guys see?
We were.
I was
You were.
my hand was
I saw
there.
you in the BTS. Sarah.
That was Drama Wave. That was
No,
Drama
that's another one.
Yeah,
That's
I
even
saw
another
you.
one.
I was so, whoa, that's Sarah. Hello.
But Ali was in the actual vertical for the one in Drama Shorts, so you guys gotta check that out. Our friend is an actress, an up and coming
Ooh.
actress.
You see half of my face, half of a second in the
You saw
background.
my hand. You saw my
Hello,
hand flip
hello, but not
paper.
everyone can say that. Not everyone can say I was in a vertical. So hello.
Yeah, no, I
Hello?
was there. It's true. I have a
So,
proof that I
Caitlin.
was there.
Caitlin, what was your platform?
So I ended up spending the most time on Real Short, but I also did a decent amount in Drama Box and Drama Wave. I was really sad because I love my drama, so I've kept up on it right from the get-go. This month there wasn't as much on there as there have been in other previous months, and I did try to watch the GL ones. I love BL ones, but I couldn't get into the GL ones. I really tried. I tried to watch like 3 of them, and it wasn't doing it for me. So I ended up watching all the other ones that my drama had, which there was only, I think, maybe 2 or 3 this month. But they were really good. So I rotated between those 4, with the exception of one on Good Short. So
Good. I want to start with the side roll of the month because for me that was, to be honest, this month the hardest part. I normally when I'm thinking about side roll of the month, I have minimum 1 vertical where a side roll catches me right away. Like last month it was from the Kiss of the Pirate King. But this month I thought nearly, I think, 3 dog walks about it. And lately this morning it came to my mind that I wanna give the side roll of the month to, I don't know the correct pronunciation, please help me. It's Havan Baraka. He played in My Heart Thief, the best friend or colleague or what it was. And I was happy to see him again on screen because the verticals he has been in were always really good acting of him. And he is a bit underestimated in verticals for me.
He is.
Yeah.
And I would love to see him more in verticals. So I was very happy when I saw this My Heart Thief on Candy Jar with him in it. And as always, he delivered so well for me. So that is my side roll of the month. But what is the correct pronunciation of his first name?
I think it's
Avon?
fun.
Haven. Okay.
I hope
You
he's
all
listening
you all
to
know
Snow.
who I mean, okay?
Yeah. Okay. We do know him, but we don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, I have to invite
Sorry.
him to
We're
the
all in the same
podcast
boat.
to clear this big question. What's the
Yes,
correct
please.
pronunciation of his name?
I've seen him like in even like last year and like last year's as a side character in
Yeah.
some in other apps. So I just really hope he gets his break as a lead. I think he'd do a great
He was
job.
on Candy
Yeah,
Jar
yeah.
as the big brother.
Yeah, Victory.
I think a couple
Victoria,
months ago.
Victory Formation.
Victory Formation, or yeah, this one, yeah.
Yeah,
He was
but in
also
my
in-
opinion, he could be more in more roles because
Yeah, he was also like the beta in some werewolf
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Like he's done a few, and yeah, he has potential for be a good lead for sure.
Yeah.
He was also in, oh my gosh, it's slipping my mind, but I think it was on Drama Wave or Drama Short as like the other guy, like who likes the lead but doesn't get her.
Yes.
I'm
Oh.
trying to remember.
He was also on the one with Gio. He was the boyfriend. The one with Gio,
Oh,
the neighbor one. It's not all about you.
True.
How not to fall for
Yeah,
your
yeah.
neighbor. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Not to fall in love
Yeah.
with your neighbor or something like that.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to remember because I reviewed the one that he was on for. That's how I got to know him because I reviewed it. I think it was with Kristen K. Larson. And
That was the Miles Cloesy one with the
Yes.
cold-hearted or
husband, yeah.
cold-tamed alpha or something like that.
It's not alpha. It's not alpha. It was like he was blind and then she took care of him.
Oh,
And then-
no. But he was also the beta to Miles Cloesy with Kristen K. Larson.
Oh,
But he did a lot, but it only like side role. Like he really
Yeah,
deserved a lead.
yeah.
And he was the beta to
Yeah.
Mark Vega in Faded with Nicole Maddox. Faded.
Yeah,
Faded.
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
was like
Faded at first
2024.
sight.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
like 2024, 20. Was that 2024, 2023?
So we
He's
are
been
all
around. He's been
agree.
around
Yeah.
for a bit.
So we are all agree it's time for him for a lead.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I've been thinking that since I first saw him on the one that I watched. Heartbreak. Oh my god. I need to look this up. Wait. Oh my god. IMDb is free. Wait.
You can look that up. I will ask in that time. Aline, do you have any side role of the month?
Yeah, I tried to catch someone, and actually, I would say Molly Anderson and Ailey Lolai, both of them on Step by Step. They were really good. Different roles completely from each other, but like I loved Haley being like she could have been like the rival drama queen, delusional, whatever, but at the end she was so funny in this one. I really loved it. And Molly, like, she was the bitch, but not really the bitch in this one, because like basically you want to hate her, but you understand her at the same time why she's like that. So you cannot really hate her, and Molly is really great to like put that kind of emotion. Like you want to hate her, but you cannot at the end. So yeah, those two girls
So
deserve.
I want to edit. It's on the Super Punchy app for
Yeah.
all the people who haven't seen Step by Step yet. So Dahlia, your side role of the month.
Oh, I am going to shout out to the Rib Hillis, James Hyde, Kristen Kendall, and Vijay Singh for the Alpha's Dove. I think the whole cast was amazing. I think the story was great, but I think the whole cast just gelled very well together.
So we have a cast.
That's a great
Maybe
ensemble
we
one
should
for me.
really think about. We had in the last month recap also, where who was it who said it was the total cast? Maybe we should think about a new category, cast of the month.
Because that one
Ensemble.
was great.
Ensemble, the ensemble of the month.
Ensemble.
Sorry, ensemble.
Ensemble.
Pardonnez-moi.
Girl here.
Pardonnez-moi.
But I cannot say that with like in English way because it sounds so weird for me. So I have to say it in the French
I
way.
understand that. That's why I said the cast of the month. That's it. Bang. No ensemble. You know.
Even step aside. I'm the A+ heiress with Luna Serenova and Nate Smith.
Yeah.
That whole supporting cast was, I mean, it was fantastic. The whole supporting cast, from Brie Long to Corbin Timbrook to Ashley Alquist. I mean, there are some big names in there. It was an all together cast.
What app was that?
Drama
Drama
Box.
Box.
Okay.
Caitlin, yours side role?
So, and it kind of falls with ensemble, but I really liked pretty much every supporting character. I thought was perfectly nailed in Offside on Drama Wave with Jared
Yes.
Staub and Tess. Everything from Buzz Lear, which I don't think I've ever seen him get as big of a role as he did in Offside, and it felt like it was made for him. It felt perfect. But that's another one where Molly Anderson made an appearance. I think Sarah Malinsky also made a cameo.
Ryan Watson Henderson
so many
was
people.
in.
So
Yeah, Ryan
many
Watson
Lottie was there
Henderson
in the
was in
wedding.
it.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and I think I've touched on it on some monthly recaps before. Some apps will throw a bunch of these quote-unquote A-list vertical actors in a vertical, hoping to draw more audiences in and more views, but they just kind of throw them in. This one felt intentional. It felt like each role fit the person.
Yeah.
They all did exceptional, so it worked. It doesn't always work when you just throw a bunch of vertical A-listers in a vertical. It doesn't always work. This one did. So I would say that all the supporting cast in Offside, it has my vote this month for side roles of the month.
Well,
Good.
usually when they put all of those big actors, it's because it's a banquet scene. That's why it doesn't work out.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
Sarah,
true.
what was your favorite side role?
So I was going to say the same as Aline, but I want to make mine a little different. I think like ensemble as well, but the standout
Okay, we
for
have
me.
to reorganize the categories.
I
I see it.
know, no, but okay, so on my drama, I Kissed the Star and I liked it. Their supporting cast was just so good. Like Rachel was now. She was amazing in that. I know that she's kind of typecast as her villains as like a crazy like ex or crazy ex fiance who kind of ruins things for everyone. But here, she's actually more layered, and like you can see how each of the supporting characters there's this new. Well, for me, he's pretty new as in the scene. I think his name is Derek Hack. So good. I think oh my god. I'm sorry. He's Asian. He's Cambodian, I think. I don't want to get that wrong, but he's so good. I think the supporting cast was excellent. They gave a lot of drama without being villains. I don't know how, like, I think it's similar to Step by Step, where like you understand where they are coming from. Their characters make sense. I would actually liken like Rachel's role here in I Kissed a Star and I Liked It, which is a BL, by the way, with Haley's in Step by Step, where like you expect her to be a terrible person, and then at the end you're like, whoa, she's got these people's backs. She's actually like pretty cool. So yeah, that's for me. I think she was really standout. That entire cast actually was standout.
Great. So, yeah, as I said, we have to rethink about if we want to do a
Yeah,
side
there's a couple
role
that had the
slash
lower cast.
The thing is,
ensemble.
depends, because like some months I would not have any cast of the month. Like sometimes it's really one
Right.
person that stand out. This month I have to say that a lot of ensemble casts were great. Like I could name others. Like it's just, I think, specific for some months. So maybe we can have it if we have, but like
We can
maybe we
say
will not have
side
it all the
role
time.
slash ensemble of.
Exactly.
Okay, check. Got noticed that. So, what I was very hard for me to decide, and I have to be honest too. Chemistry of the month, nearly 3. But one of it was on an app I've never heard. Chica helped me where I can find it, and I only found it because the episode with Brian O'Shea released. I watched The Vertical When No Wasn't Enough with Brian Shea and Caitlin Sanders. It was shown on the app Drama Now. And that was the first vertical of Brian O'Shea in a male lead. He did so good. No villainous, nothing. He was the good guy. And the chemistry with Caitlin Sanders was so good in this vertical. As I said, I never heard about the platform. It was the first and the last time maybe there, but this vertical absolutely nice to watch. The second chemistry of the month, which I really liked, was the one from Richard Shera and Hannah Record in Still You, Always You. I really loved this chemistry. And the third one, but I'm blanking, but maybe Dahlia, you can help me with the name. I'm a bit blanking. The third one was Miles Clohessy and
The Cure wife. That's
yeah, Lexi Angel Loud,
Lexi Angel.
if I'm
Lexi,
correct, with IMDb, in his Cure His Wife on Drama Wave. Miles Clohessy was for me in that vertical. I mean, who doesn't adore Miles Clohessy in his sound and voice? And yeah, that's another thing. But this chemistry was so good. It was not overacted. It was very with harmony, and I loved to watch that also. So I had 3 chemistries of the
There are
month.
very few films of his where chemistry isn't a factor, because they all have good chemistry with him. It's like he can have chemistry with,
Yeah.
a flower.
And just for
he's
the
just
short information, maybe I can check the chemistry in 4 weeks live. But then it's another thing we talk about in another monthly recap. Okay, so just, yeah. Dalia, your chemistry?
oh, chemistry. That's such a fun topic. I'm gonna say Riley Schroeder and Sarah Grace Connolly. I love them together.
Which vertical?
They had Bucked by My Father's Cowboy on Drama Box, and they had Breaking My Bodyguard. That was Riley Schroeder. That was also Sarah Grace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had two this month that were, I mean, great. And then I'm going to say Jared Staub with
Tess?
Claudia Hawkins
Okay.
in The Hockey Captain That Hates Me on Real Short.
I haven't seen this one yet.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Is she new in the vertical?
I don't know if she's new. I think it's her first lead.
Okay.
I was saying, I think she's played villains before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was she not the lead in the British Boy something something last year?
Oh, did she?
I don't know. I was just wondering because her face was not so familiar to me. Who is he? Aline?
I have two. First, Juliette and Ryan in My CEO Loves My Voice. So Juliette Cecile and Ryan Larson. They were super funny, dynamic, and something that really clicked for me. So I really like them. And Declan Clifford and Sky Kawai on Waterboy. But I mean, those two we already knew in advance that it
Yeah.
will work. So
Yeah.
there's no surprise here, but I have to mention it anyway. So yeah, I love them together.
Caitlin?
So I the first one off, I have a couple, but the first one off my lips is absolutely going to be Jared and Tess because that was I'm not one for romantic or rom-coms or anything, and this was one of two or three that I found myself actually loving. It was really weird. I felt like a weird person this month. I was loving these like rom-coms and romantic verticals, and I'm like, who the hell am I? Like I'm the dark romance mafia girl, and I'm like, oh, this is so pretty and nice.
So cute!
Right? So I do like Tess and Jared in Offside. I it wasn't it was a good vertical. It's not at the top of my list, but I did like Chase Mattinson and Maria in High Society on Real Short. I thought it was really great chemistry. It's one of the reviews I am like halfway through. So the chemistry was great. The reason it's not at the top, it's just was a little bit slower than I would have liked, but the chemistry was there. And then Maria's a very strong actress, and so is Chase. And this happens a lot when you have two strong actors together, they don't always jive. So it was nice to see both of them having the strong performances while still creating a solid chemistry. So those two I think are going to be my top two for the month. There were other good examples, but those I would say were the top two for chemistry.
Sarah?
I'm going to state one of the obvious ones also. I think that, I mean, it's we knew coming in that these two will have chemistry, but it's Nicole and Seth in Step by Step. I think
Yeah.
they were like we know that they have chemistry on screen, but I think it was just amazingly done for Step by Step. I think that was the most chemistry I've seen from them in anything that I've seen, and that they've been in. And then I would also like add one point to to Riley and Sarah Grace. Oh my gosh, like I feel like they found like a new golden pairing with them. Their chemistry was just so natural, and they didn't
And in
even
both, and two
in both.
completely different stories.
Exactly. I was like, oh my, I mean, just watching, I mean, Bucked by My Father's cowboy, which is not something I would usually watch. From the title, I'm the opposite of Caitlin. I'm the rom-com girl. That's why I hope I influenced you a little bit on the rom-coms. Yes, Twin Yang, we're both the rom-com girls. So I was like, wow, this is super. I mean, the chemistry that it wasn't even like they didn't even have like, it wasn't forced like any at all. It's just great seeing them to the two of them together. I don't know if Dahlia, you said it for me, so I'm just not gonna say more about that one. And I think like Jared with anyone he was with this month, but yes, Jared and Tess, I think that was such another golden pairing that they found, and they have another one coming out like next month on Candy Jar, so that's super exciting. So it's yeah, and it's pretty cool because like those two were like filmed back to back, like the Drama Wave one and the Candy Jar one were filmed back to back. Got to visit both sets, which is super fun. But yeah, it was just I think they have such amazing chemistry, and it's one of those things like, why hasn't this been done before? Why are we just seeing this now? They've both been in the space for so long, and we're just seeing this. At least Riley's pretty new in the space. It's like he joined this year, but like both Jared and Tess have been in the space since like early last year, and
Yeah, but
like
Jared didn't get
Jared wasn't doing
much
lead.
lead role before. Like
until
now he's
late
getting
last
lead, but
year.
not in the beginning.
Yeah, definitely. But like it's
He,
just one of
he
those
had
things
two
like
breakout movies. He had two breakout movies between Kidnapped by the Mafia, where he was, the evil
the evil
ex-boyfriend,
ex.
and
Yeah.
then Jack Janitor, where he played a great
Yeah.
Ice and
detective
Flame
lead.
on my drama. Ice and
Yeah.
Flame also on my
Ice
drama.
and
Yeah,
Flame was
that's right.
I
really
watched that
good.
this month, yeah.
So
I
it's
mean, but
almost like he was set up to all of a sudden, be this
He
breakout actor.
improved in acting and stuff
Huge.
so good from the
Huge.
beginning till now.
Yeah.
yes, and I
He's
think
really
that's like just
outstanding.
the power of opportunities that you get because, like the two films that you said, Dahlia, came out like mid-year last year, so and it took them a whole year to realize that, oh my gosh, let's pair him up with Tess. And like, wow, fireworks, amazing. And then there's back to back, like, right, just like Riley and
They're
Sarah
right.
Grace. These are different apps like that like decided let's pair these two at the same time. It's really cool that these you see pairings like Nicole and Seth. They were very real short back then. I mean, you had like pairings that were staples in apps. But then like now you see the same pairings in different apps, and seeing that they still have chemistry in them, that just means something.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, sure. Can we? I would add something to Aline's chemistry of the month, but that would mean we should have go to the crap of the month, or are we going to the actor of the month and talk a bit more about this one first?
No, now I want to know why my CEO loves my voice is your crop of the month.
Because my thoughts were absolute no chemistry between the leads.
Ah, ouais? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That vertical was for me a dropout at episode 16.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was annoyed, to be honest. Another BDSM for Ryan. I want to see Ryan Larson in different roles. The latest he did was always BDSM or Mafia, nothing else. And when I saw, okay, another one, and I turned and I saw, really, okay, he's not dominant, he's devoted this time, but really, another BDSM one? I'm so overloaded with, I love Ryan Larson, shout out on Ryan, he knows it. But I'm so done with his BDSM stuff. And in my opinion, with this female lead, I totally missed the chemistry, and as I said, I turned it off. I didn't finish it. For me, it was my personal crap of the month.
He's one
So-
of this drama is one of my top of the month. So it is real, but it was the same.
That's
with
why I
Superstar.
love. That's
The
what I
super
love
fan.
these monthly recaps because
So my
We don't have
2
to
cents on
agree.
it. So it is neither at my top nor my bottom. It was kind of in the middle for me. So I will agree with Michaela in the fact that I didn't feel that there was enough chemistry there. Like, I don't think it was completely devoid. I've seen a lot worse.
Yeah, me
But
too.
I feel like it was one of those examples that I was explaining about earlier where you have two actors giving really good performances, but there's that connection between them that creates that chemistry isn't quite there or isn't solid enough
And for a
to make
BDSM, that's
me,
needed. You know what I
well,
mean?
to make me fully believe it. But what I will say is, and you guys are gonna have to help me out because my memory's kind of messed up right now. Like my spirit animal is Dory from Finding Nemo. So, um, the female lead, and I forget her name. Um, she has always played a villain. This is the first time she's played the female lead non-villain, and let me tell you, she crushed it. I really enjoyed seeing her as something other than a villain, and she did it well. Um, and Ryan, obviously, he always does the BDSM stuff well. Part of me actually, after meeting him, thinks he kind of likes doing that stuff,
Yeah,
and he enjoys it. So
that's
I
why
think
I
that's why
think he's doing all this leather.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think that's why he keeps accepting those roles, and you can tell in his performances that he does enjoy it, and that is kind of his wheelhouse. But again, just because you give two strong performances doesn't mean it's going to translate over to actually having chemistry between the two.
Yep.
And so I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of in the middle on that. It was still a good vertical in my opinion. It's still, I think I rated it somewhere like a 9.2 or something like that. So I think it's still for me a good one, but it wasn't my top favorite. So that's my opinion on that vertical.
What was
But
your crap?
so I actually had two craps of the month. And I'm sure you guys aren't gonna agree with one.
Okay. Spill it.
But my first crap of the month is Zero to Hero Supervision Health and Love with I'm a
I'm
huge
going
Tim
with you.
Stein. Yep,
Would
I'm a
also
huge Tim
drop
Stein
off.
fan, and lately it's been crap. So, this is one that I watched specifically for him. Had no interest in anything else, and was thoroughly disappointed with everything in it. It was a story I've seen before. So some of the performances on some of the other supporting roles were kind of weak. I even thought Tim's performance wasn't the greatest that he's
No,
ever
it
done.
was. Yeah.
Everything felt weak and too familiar and repetitive to me. Um, I don't stop watching, so I did watch it all the way through. But it was one that I was like, okay, I just wasted an hour and a half or however long it was of my time. So,
Yeah.
um, the
The
other
other?
crap of the month, and this is the one y'all might get me on, is and it's the vertical, it's not the people within it. It is Richard Shahara's Still With You, Always You. So
Dahlia, I
yeah,
so.
yeah,
Okay, to be
yeah,
honest, that shocks me too. Because I
yeah.
wrote Richard that, in my opinion, it was his best acting since he left Real Short.
So yeah, so that's why I said it's the vertical, not the actors in it. So that is again, Richard keeps getting better every time I see him in a vertical. I loved his performance. Feel like we saw the most range of dynamically. He was very dynamic in this vertical. But I'm sorry, I don't understand why they could have a young female and then replace her with an older female and somehow try and make Richard, who's what, closing in on 40, right? Try to make him into a high school teenager or college or whatever that age was supposed to be. I don't understand why they couldn't have
with
just
this
found a younger
nice,
guy to
with
play
this
him
nice
like they did the female
hairstyle,
lead.
with this
Oh my God,
nice.
it looked like he was literally had thrown like a mop on his head or something. I don't know. It was so weird. But
Believe it or not,
the
on
other,
that one, when it came to trope and pacing, I gave the trope and pacing categories a lower rating on that one. I didn't, I wasn't as harsh as Caitlin, but there were certain aspects of it that I could see where if you like to focus on a specific thing, like the trope was a little tired. It was
Yeah.
like really, you have to be believable. For me, it's all about believability. I can, you know, separate I can separate, you know, believability if it's a fantasy one or if there's something, you know, to do with magic or blah 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 blah. But come on, really?
So
You can't put a
so it's
40-year-old in a teenager
right.
role.
Hmm.
Right. So that's part of the believability, but some of the other reasons is there was a lot of toxic elements in it, and I didn't realize it until I started writing it down. I mean, when I write reviews, one of my things that I like to include on my reviews are trigger warnings. So I specifically look for things that might upset people, even if they don't upset me. And so when I started, okay, you've got the typical bullying, but then you've got the baby loss, you've got the kid getting locked in the freezer, and I think and this is something that maybe it bothered me personally for some unknown reason, and it felt maybe too real and too familiar, was the attempted sexual assault by the cab driver. I don't know why that hit me really heavy and really hard. So that one I almost did turn off because it felt too realistic and probable to me. And that's not to say aren't other elements in verticals that aren't probable or realistic, but that one just hit me differently. It felt like hitting a little too close to home. Not that I've experienced that, but it felt too real. So that I struggled with that definitely. But I do agree with Dahlia that even though it was heavy, it had a good overall vibe. It wasn't enough for me between the
Yeah.
whole Richard thing and
It was a
the
good story
toxic
for
elements.
execution, really, when it comes to certain
Yes,
aspects of it.
yep,
You know, it would have been a better story if.
Yeah.
correct. Yep.
So
So that's
Dahlia,
my crap. That's my crap of the month.
Dahlia,
Oh, we're talking crap of the month. Okay, I feel very bad for Luca Silva, but on Drama Box there was one called Wild Ride with My Stepbrother.
I saw this one.
And the
I turned it
synopsis,
off. Yeah.
the synopsis is Emma is the obedient daughter of a clergy family raised to be humble. To restore her brother's dignity, she enters an off-road motorcycle race against Jake Morrison. Her victory gives Emma her first taste of freedom. And somehow they changed the actor and all of a sudden Luca Silva showed up. Like I couldn't understand why all of a sudden Luca Silva was in it when he wasn't in the beginning part of it. And it was like the same actor, like the brother or something like that. Like it was just very convoluted. It was crazy. It was one of those that I couldn't follow. And I'm usually really good about following along with something. And again, it wasn't that it was on, you know, my side iPad while I was working. I was paying attention.
Mm.
No, if you lose me like that, yeah.
You're out. Sarah, did you have a crap of the month?
First of all, I would respectfully disagree with Michaela's and Caitlin's. I love those two verticals. Oh my gosh. I super enjoyed Zero to Hero. I think it was more of like, something that was super fun to watch without much thinking. I think and yeah, it was just super fun to watch. I did wish it had a better ending though, but it was fun. I wouldn't call it crap, and I just wanted to say, like, explicitly state that out loud. And but I do get Caitlin's point about like repetitive storylines. I was having a hard time calling something crap of the month just because I try my best to understand why stories are the way they are. And
So
I don't
sometimes,
yeah,
Sarah,
it's just
sometimes we also call them disappointments of
Yeah,
the month. So
yeah,
that sounds a
that's
little better than crap of the month. It's just disappointments. You were
yeah.
hoping
We
for
use
more.
crap to not use shit
Didn't.
because of the lean.
Yeah, the shit of the month. You
oh my
can
gosh, yeah,
choose
I
if it
think
was disappointed, a crap, or shit, something like that.
but yeah, there were two stories which I kind of like I was looking forward to, I guess. But then they were just rehashed stories of something that we've seen before. And like I think one of them I messaged Dahlia about it. It's ain't love a science ain't science love a science.
Yeah.
Is that right? I felt like it was, oh my gosh, no offense to any of the leads on that, because I don't think they're as like hyper focused on the stories as we are when we look at them. But it was basically like every Sunday I Run to You, which I loved. And this is why it's frustrating for me. It was every Sunday I Run to You, elements, like bones of that story, transferred to this story in a way that it didn't even make sense. Kind of like,
Mm.
for example, it's still a daughter, like the other daughter
Doing her duty.
taking the place of her sister who ran away to get, from an arranged marriage. But in this one, it was like the daughter was the student of the guy she was gonna get married to. And I'm just like, this setting does not feel morally right for me. This guy is making the way in her school. Like, he's a young professor there, fine, but like, kind of like, it has to, if you're going to use the same storyline for something, at least make it feel like it makes more sense for me to rewatch this. And
Mm.
then there was I watched it till the end because I really wanted to see if they really copied the bones. And like, so in every Sunday I Run to You, they have their Sundays where they will try to be a couple. In this one, they had Saturdays. And then so she'd be like, "Oh, is it Saturday yet?" And I'm just like, Why are they asking if it's Saturday? Oh, they're going to try to be okay. Kind of like, they didn't establish it the same way. And I even messaged, I messaged, did you watch this? Because it's literally the same, except it's a different setting where it's a where they put a student, but they also have the Michael Nizer role, which was someone who was who she admitted her feelings to, and then flew out to a different country, came back and said he loved her, he regretted it. And then they also have a Molly character who just suddenly appears at the end and says, "Don't get married, you don't know who he is," and then disappears. And I'm just like, did they just like, "Oh, I like this part and I'll put it here." And I felt so bad because I think the leads were good, the leads were okay, they did their part well. It's just that, if again, like I said, if you're going to take elements from a well-loved, widely loved storyline that just came out 2 months, 3 months ago, make sure that it makes sense in how you're folding it in. And I think that
It's
was like
gotta
more
hold
of
up.
me just watching it and being like, "Oh my gosh, why did they do that? Why did they take that? Why did they change Sunday to Saturday?" It's and then they even had the whole going to the party scene and getting picked up with someone with an umbrella. It's just super. I love umbrella scenes, but I'm like, I've seen this scene before. It's and that, so that was kind of a bit of a disappointment for me. Another one was, it was a GL on drama, on my drama. The title is escaping me, but it was literally the same exact plot of high stakes heartbreak, which is also on my drama. Like, literally the exact same one, except it was girls love. The dialogue was the same. The everything was the same. The exact scene, like opening of a door. If you put them side by side, it's weird. So like, I feel like if you're gonna copy, just do some things differently a little. But like, this was just like a frame by frame. It was fun, to watch. But when you have the original at the back of your mind, you're just like, okay, is there something next? And then it doesn't change. Sorry, I went on a little bit about that, but yeah.
Aline, what disappointed shitted crapped you?
Two big disappointments, and honestly,
Big.
it hurts to say. Yeah, I was hyped by both of them, and I was super disappointed by both of them. One GL, one BL on the Pride Month. It really hurts. The first one, and again, it hurts to admit it, but the Queen's Only Girl with Kira and Ellie Jane on Drama Pop. The thing is, and that's a point I want to mention for all the girls' love that I've seen. They basically take any normal romance and change one of the lead by the guy for a girl, and it's the same story. I'm sorry, but that doesn't work. Like, girls'
Yeah.
romance are different than boy and girl
Yeah.
romance or boy and boy romance. This is stupid. When you see a boy love, it's you don't see one guy that could be a girl role, whatever. Like, they really change the stuff. But for the GL roles, most of the time you have like the super controlling one. Usually it's like more dark romance, by the way, for the GL ones, which, like, why they cannot have happy endings? Like, this is so annoying. And I have one of my friend, like, she's a lesbian, and she hates girls' love because of that, because they never have happy endings. It's always super dark, super abusive, and she's like, hey, we have also super great romance. We have great time. We love, you know. So there's
Yeah.
like in the vertical space for now, the GLs are mostly disappointment. And this one on Drama Pub, basically we had the months before Kira with Aaron on the Mafia one. Take the same story and just put Illy Jane instead of Aaron, and it's more or less the same. So honestly, big disappointment. And you all know how much I love Kira, so it really hurts me to say that, but really big disappointment for me. And the second one, I think a lot of people will hate me for this one, but seducing my hockey rival with Cayman on Drama Wave, it was very hard to go until the end, honestly. For me, there were no chemistry at all. Like, it was one of the worst chemistry I've ever seen. And Cayman usually have chemistry with everyone, but in this one, it didn't work. It felt so forced, so weird. And like, I've seen Zachary on other that I liked, even though he might not be like, to me, he has a lot to improve in his acting. Sometimes, especially on the emotional scene, it seems way too much too forced. It was even worse on this one, to be honest. Like the one on my drama that he had, wrestling one was better in my opinion, but this one was really a huge disappointment. The chemistry was really off. The story was not that good.
That was
and
weird. The story was weird. To
And
be
no,
honest,
and
they made out and kissed every, let's say, two episodes
no, but
without any
another, yeah,
reason.
like the story made no sense. There were way too much forced reference to heated rivalry again, but in this one it felt even more than in any other that we've seen. At some point, like we've seen so many hockey romance lately. Like if you don't have anyone good, doesn't make sense. And also, and this is like not exactly their fault, but they cannot really skate. And you can
Yeah, you saw
kind
it.
of see it. Like
You saw it.
when you see, for example, Tyler Scherer on the hockey role, it works because the guy know how to skate. Like I know that Eric Gilmet has one coming up. If we've seen him skate on some video, like it's believable. But when you have at some point there were one scene I saw that Cayman would like actually fall down if they keep filming him. I'm like, I'm sorry, but in this case, maybe choose another kind of sport that is easier for the actor. But I know why they use hockey because of off-campus, because of heated rivalry. We know why they use that trend. But I think we've seen too much of those, especially with the forced reference, because we know that it doesn't work on vertical for now. Like it's not as good quality as what we have seen on the horizontal ones. So to me, again, I was hoping like a lot of this one. I was really hyped. Those two was such disappointment. And then again on Pride Month, like this is really really hard for me. But yeah,
Aline, I think that on that one specifically, because you're right, Cayman has chemistry with everyone. But I truly believe that they had to act like it was awkward. So the acting was that it was awkward, and then it was awkward. You know what I mean? Like it was both. And to do a revenge boy love, that revenge boy love where I'm going to act gay to make, you know what I mean, to try and
but it
to
didn't work.
force an
Honestly,
issue. It didn't work.
I
That doesn't work.
yeah, boy love
Because
is
the
one of my
natural
favorite
chemistry.
genres. Yeah, boy love is one of my
I
favorite
realize they were trying
genres.
to do, with with the horizontal ones, they're trying to do something that resonates. But honestly, if you're gonna force it like that, and like you said, on Pride Month, that's kind of difficult to swallow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to echo what Aline said. I was very hyped up, about this and was completely disappointed. And I don't think it was like I said, Cayman does great. But I do feel again, brain fart, the other actor, what's his name?
Zachary.
Zachary. I do feel like Zachary wasn't strong enough in this one in playing the confusing role, even though he technically was supposed to be like revenge and, kind of like wobbling back and forth on, am I totally in this or is this still just an act sort of thing? It still just wasn't strong enough. And I've seen many other boy love ones that do this revenge back and forth, sort of thing, and it nails. if there was no chemistry, it felt completely unbalanced. Came in with such a powerhouse performance, and it was not matched or reciprocated. It was not
I
a
would
yin
have
and yang sort of
And
situation.
Vanessa
actually.
Bianca's
I
role,
think
Vanessa Bianca's role was almost like a second thought when she still was pivotal to the plot. But it's like
Yeah.
she would appear and then disappear. Like, they tried to make her relevant but not relevant, but she's still very much part of the plot.
Yeah.
But
And
in
it
terms
was like
in
she
terms
was
of like the cast choice, I would have probably thought Cayman would have been more believable in the other role. Like if they switch, but I'm not sure Zachary would have been able to be co-lead anyway. But I think that Cayman would have been great in the other role, way more believable than what we've seen. And I think it's just like again Zachary, I think he's more new also in vertical. Like he didn't do that much, and I know that he can do great because West Wing with Love, I don't remember the name on my drama, it was a good one.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Yeah.
even the emotional scene, he didn't force it that much on the other one, and it felt more natural. It's just this one, everything feels forced, everything feels too much. I know it's vertical, it's exaggerated and everything, but in this way, like in this one, it was even way too much. So again, it's just disappointment. It's not crap completely, but
Right.
it's just
Agreed.
yeah. We were so much hyped like on Instagram about those, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's just that.
No. Okay, so enough with the disappointment, shit, and crap. We have actor and actress and vertical of the month left. I want to do first actor and actress of the month. I want to go back. Dahlia, you mentioned earlier Kirsten Kendall. I want to name her as my actress of the month for her role in Enemies, because she was so good in it as the lead. And of course, in Alpha's Doe also. I really enjoyed her acting. And the actor of the month for me, without any doubt, Jared Staub this month, because he did in Offside such a good job. He did in so many other verticals this month a good job. And for me, I'm very happy to see how his acting has evolved and changed over the year, let's say over the past year. And I was so happy for him that he had so great possibilities in this role to show what he's capable of, because as Eileen said, the first really vertical I saw with him was the one on my drama, the
Ice and Flame.
Ice and Flame, yeah. And I really liked his acting there, but now in Offside, I was really surprised how good he came. And I like, to be honest, the blonde hairs much more than the brown hairs on him. So, and as I said, Kirsten Kendall for Enemies and Alpha's Doe, both on Candy Jar, and Jared Staub for his great performance in Offside on Drama Wave. So, who's next? Dahlia?
Step by Step for me. I genuinely love that movie. Technically, I saw it on the 31st of May, but I withheld all of my opinions for this month. I think it was fantastic. I think Seth has grown leaps and bounds. He's just, I mean, he really did great for me. But my lead is going to go to Ben Armstrong at Lessons in Love and Hate. And I'm actually going to give it to Caitlin Rose too, his lead, his co-lead. That was an exceptional short vertical for me.
Can you say the platform again, please, where this vertical was?
It was Shorts. Shorts.
Okay. Yeah. Aline?
Lessons in Love and Hate. It was directed by Kristen Brancaccio and written by Kristen Brancaccio.
Yeah.
And it was an enemies to lover. It had to do, everything with bullying. And let me tell you, it was great.
And no glow up for the girl. She keeps her glasses until the end. She's still nerdy. Thank you.
Okay, that's for the record. Aline, who was your actor and actress?
actress, definitely Nicole Maddox on Step by Step. I mean, Nicole is amazing. We all know that. But in this one, like, this whole movie feels different. And, like, there's some, like, her facial expression, it's always, like, it was already great at the beginning, but I think it's even getting better. I don't know how it's possible at this point, but she's always so great. So definitely Nicole for this month. And Guy, I'm going with you, Michaela, with Jared Stobe. Like, I one thing that I really love about him is like he's annoyingly charming. Like, you know, the kind of, like, you like, but in the same time you love him. You know what I mean? Like, I love, and he does this so well. And he's
And
not
he
the
does
only one.
arrogant. He does like arrogant charming.
Yeah.
Like in Perfect Spiral, it was like, oh my God, how many times did I watch that stupid commercial?
Yeah.
I
And
watched
the
it a
thing is,
lot.
honestly, for that kind of role, I have two this month that did great. Tristan Green as well on Plain Dirty on Drama Pop. Like, he has the same kind of vibe as Jared did. Like, you know, the kind of, he's sassy, like, he's cocky, but in the same time he's super charming, and you want to smack him, but in the same time you want to kiss him. Like, it's and like those two guys did super well. But I will give it to Jared because he did two roles this month that were amazing in both of the roles. And so yeah, Jared for the guy and Nicole for the girl.
Sarah?
I will also say Jared for the guy. I think for all the reasons everyone has said, he has improved so much as an actor. He has managed to like have chemistry with everyone he's been with, even in Jack Janitor, like with both Mark and
The
with
bromance
Emily.
was amazing.
The bro, like, how are you, how, and then like it's just building up, and you realize like this guy has chemistry with literally everyone on screen, even in Offside. He has amazing chemistry with Jack Reichert, and I'm just like, these besties. Wow, okay, like, wow, a guy who has a bestie who isn't his assistant, kind of like, you see that Jared has this amazing chemistry with all of them, and when you see him in the one, my hockey enemy,
My
my
hockey
enemy,
captain that hates
my
me, the
hockey,
hockey
yeah,
captain that hates me.
that one, the one with Claudia. Oh my gosh, the way that he makes her like, when I hear her, because
Yes.
I'm
Even
also
I
a
agree
plus
with
size
that
girl.
though. The way he makes her feel, just that
Like the
whisper in
way
his
he makes
ear.
her, I'm like, oh my god, I wish I had someone who made me feel this way when I was in high school. Like, oh my gosh, like
What
I
was the
hated the
line? What was the
bullying and
line, Sarah?
everything.
What
What?
was the line? Because you even posted it. What was the line?
The line was, she goes like,
Something
I'm
about your
too,
body is made to ruin me or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah, something
Ruin
like that.
guys like me.
Yeah, like, I can handle you or something like that. It's like, I might be too heavy for you. Like, I can or I'm too heavy to handle. And then she goes, and he goes, I can handle you or something like that. It's kind of like, oh my god. I mean, yes, they definitely faked the scenes where he was lifting her, but I don't care. Like, I didn't care for that. I was like, wow, okay, yeah, I just need to hear those things. Every time he would say something, I would send the screen. I would take a photo of it and send it to Dahlia and be like, "Oh my god." So I'm like, this is, yeah. Anyway, so he was great, and also on Offside, he was also really good. Like, he was able to be, again, what Aline perfectly said, annoyingly charming. Like, how can you be both annoying and still so lovable? Kind of. He's like, I know I'm hot, and like I'm quirky hot, and stop. Anyway, so enough
It's like
about
in
that.
Perfect Spiral. He was like that to me. You watch him in Perfect Spiral and you're like, oh my God, like, can you just stop? Stop with the charm.
Yeah, like, can you tone it down? I'm trying to watch. I'm trying to watch the story.
Trying to focus here.
Stop
And
saying nice things.
who was
Yeah.
your actress, Sarah?
Can I like, I'm a bit torn here because I want to like I want to think of someone like who's been in the space for so long, but also I have someone in mind who's like brand new and so fresh to me when I was watching it, but they have the same name. So I give I give my best actress to Nicole. So Nicole Mattox for Step by Step. I think I keep saying this to people who would listen to me about it, but she was really the emotional anchor of that entire show. Like, everything, we saw everything through her eyes, and the way, and I don't like step sibling stories. Like, I think I'm very loud about that, but the way that she navigated that made me this like not like it less, So I think she did a really good job in navigating that. And the other Nicole who I think was really good was Nicole Martin in Snow White in the City. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's on TikTok. She is the most adorable. Like, so it's
Watch it.
none of you have seen Snow White in the City yet?
I have to watch it.
Oh my gosh.
No.
I loved it so much. It's basically Enchanted. It's like it's Enchanted too. I'm telling everyone it's Enchanted too because Enchanted 2 sucked.
Don't spoiler anything, Sarah.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that's basically it. It's Enchanted 2.
Okay.
It's like the plot is basically like Enchanted if you've seen Enchanted. So, but it's not spoiling it because they do really good things to it to make it more vertical like. So, yeah, so just please watch it. It's super cute and like if you have seen Enchanted and Amy Adams in Amy Adams, right? In Enchanted. I'm not getting the actresses mixed up in my head. Yeah.
No, no,
Amy
no.
Adams.
Amy
Yep.
Adams.
She has this like wide-eyed like wonder on
Wonder.
her face every time, and she's like she goes in like one scene she goes into an office like bland office, and she twirls around. It's like I had such a great day, and I'm just like, oh my god, if I saw this in someone else being played, I'm like, oh my god, it's so annoying. But like she did it in such a way that, oh my god, she's so cute. You guys gotta see it. It's super cute. It's free on TikTok. So Vertical Universe, I think the username in TikTok is Vertical Universe CA. So good. It's by Ottawa. So yeah. I love Nicole Martin, Nicole Mattox, both Nicole M's. So for best actress.
Caitlin, actress who catched you?
So I have like three for each category. Because like I said, I seem to there was more good stuff this time. So I had a lot of high ratings for a lot of stuff this time. So I will echo everybody else with Nicole Maddox. I have to throw Tess in there. Of course, we all know Tess has been a powerhouse, just like Nicole right from the get-go. I do want to say, I know I touched on it earlier. Juliet in My CEO Loves My Voice. I mean, it was so nice to see her in a lead role, and she did such a great job for it being her first time in a lead role. I liked it. I really liked her performance. I want to see more of her in a lead role. I really do. I want to start seeing her in some of these other tropes and stuff like that because I really do think she can pull it off. I think she's a talented actress that deserves a chance. So, for actor, I do think Seth has improved. I will echo that for sure. But my three for the month, I have to give it up to Mark Ponarelli. In Not the Bride He Wanted. I can't boom. Like Mark's always been really good at the just emotionally extreme, like just intense characters and just bringing such beautiful intensity to it. I've always loved his stuff, but I felt like this was completely next level. Like I was kind of flabbergasted at his performance. It was amazing. So, he's definitely one on my top three. The other one that I obviously I'm going to go with Jared for Offside. Come a long way since Fire and Ice on my drama. Like for fun, sometimes I'll go back and I'll watch really old dramas right after I watch one of the actors or actresses' new ones, just to see and compare. And this Offside, it is nothing on Fire and Ice, absolutely not. So, he's my second actor of the month. My third actually might surprise some people. I think Luke Charles Stafford's new one on Good Short. It's called "Oh My God, My Divorce Client Is My Billionaire Husband." I had to write the name down because that's a super long title. The vertical itself is okay, whatever. But the difference I saw in Luke's acting was completely different. There was a lot of growth, especially since this is Luke's first one that's not real short. So very excited, first of all, for that. But I felt like it was both a more grounded performance, but I also saw more range with compared to what I've seen. And I rewatched. Luke is one of my actors that his verticals are my rewatch verticals for comfort. And I saw a completely different side of Luke in this one. Like I said, the vertical itself, not the greatest. The chemistry, not even the greatest, but the range and difference I saw in Luke was commendable. So he's definitely on my top 3.
I'm going to say real quick on Luke Charles Stafford. What I saw wasn't necessarily growth. What I saw was a weight lifted, because I don't think that he was, he didn't have a lot to grow, because he was, he's a great actor. But Taming My Billionaire and oh my God, the one where he does the masks. It's one of my favorite ones.
Mail for me. You've got mail.
Yes,
You've got mail. Yes.
So those two, which are early Luke Charles Stafford, compared to this, it's almost, the same. It's like if the weight's been lifted. It's like saying, Richard Sherrick got better at acting. He didn't, he just had that weight lifted where he was able to be himself. I think at the very beginning of Real Short, the pieces that Luke Charles Stafford had, it's a completely different actor than was near the end of his turn at Real Short.
And we all saw
Taming My
again,
Billionaire
in
for
my
me-
opinion, how good it is to be non-exclusive, because I felt in this Luke Charles Stafford one, you saw he was, I don't know how to say it. It was the same with Richard. When you saw the first one of Richard, they were so kind of happy.
Right, a
in
weight
this
lifted.
act.
That's why I say a weight lifted.
Yeah,
Because
so-
it's almost like it's not that burden of I have to get through another vertical. I have to get
Well,
through another vertical with this
I
company.
think one of the thoughts I had, and it kind of like relates to the weight lifted sort of thing. It's them breaking out of the box that they were forced to stay within.
Yeah.
And so you're right. It's not growth, and I probably should have used a different sentence or a different word, because
I knew what
when
you
I was
meant. I knew
watching
what you meant.
yeah, because when I was watching it, that's the visual, because I tend to think in pictures and stuff like that. That's the visual I had, is finally that box that was containing Luke and even applying to Richard was finally removed. They could release, and have a more grounded performance and nuanced. And like I said, this was great. It was really refreshing. Like I said, I felt like I saw a new Luke. And I go to bed watching the same 3 verticals every night. They're my go to sleep sort of verticals. And one of them is Luke's Alpha one, that he did with Anna DeRusso. And that one, watching that one immediately after watching Luke's new one, night and day difference. So very cool to see.
So we can be curious about his upcoming stuff.
Yeah, he's still got one more that's supposed to be coming out in Good Start. Ironically, that one got listed on the coming soon list before this one, the divorce client one, did. So and that's the one that he's in like a military uniform. And I think he filmed that one first. So I'm really interested to see when this one actually comes out, because that one, this one that's the coming soon one with the military uniform, that one technically is the first one that he filmed after Real Short.
Okay.
So that's the one I want to see, because that's going to tell you, that more of a night and day difference, that first experience.
Good. So last but not least, we have one category left, the vertical of the month. I have a top 3. And on third place is his Cure His Wife. I really enjoyed it. It was kind of, not super different storyline, but it was very well acted. It was a good cast. It was well produced. It was, I really loved this one. Then, of course, I have to say Enemies on Candy Jar. I don't know what, but all in all, it was for me super entertaining and okay.
Just too short.
Yep.
Yeah, they're too short.
Yep. But as long as we can say, too short means that we liked it. You know what I mean?
But for me, no, like in this one, is not too short. I super liked it. It's more like I felt I started a book at chapter 10 and I ended up like at chapter 20, but then I have missing part at the beginning and I have missing
You
part
missed
at
a
the end.
bit of depth in the
Like I feel
story.
like it's only like I feel like they put only one a subplot, but not the entire story. So
Okay,
I
got it.
did like the subplot because it was really good, but I feel like we deserve to know more what happened before because obviously something happened before, like they knew each other, whatever, and something it's just something is missing. But yeah, just the subplot out of the entire story.
Yeah. And of course, the other one, Offside, was for me really great to see. The cast, I loved, as we spoke earlier, I loved this bunch of cast. Every time I was so, whoa, Ryan Watson Henderson is in it. Whoa, there's Buzz Lee. Whoa. Every episode I was curious who will show up next in this vertical. And of course, it was the first soccer vertical we saw. And the storyline was really smooth. The cast was good. I felt very well entertained of that. So that was my top 3 this month. Aline?
Honestly, this month I didn't watch many, but I really enjoyed those I watched. Obviously Offside, but I'm not gonna go again because we said already a lot, and I totally agree with everything. Step by Step, same. I'm not gonna go again, but it's on the top. I want to mention one that we didn't mention yet, but was super fun for me. Models versus Werewolves on Real Short. This one was totally different. It was I'm not a horror fan or whatever, but this one was comedy horror with the werewolf looking terrible but on purpose. Like it was just like super. It felt like I was watching an old VHS tape, like that I would find somewhere in my garage or whatever. I put it on and it's like an old movie but made now. It's super funny. The cast is amazing. Each girl has their own model archetype somehow, and it's super fun. Especially like Rebecca Sutton, like she was so funny, like the super calm. Yeah, it was just this one was really fun, and it's completely different type of story. Obviously, it's not a normal vertical storyline, but yeah, super fun. So definitely want to mention this one.
Good. Dahlia, yours?
Obviously, I agree with the ones that have been mentioned. I am going to say again the one on Shorts, the Lessons in Love and Hate. I loved the story. I think that the way that it was handled with the father, and he was the governor's son, but he wasn't, just the twists. I don't want to give a lot away because it really needs to be watched. It deserves to be watched. And I'm going to say Ashton Heights. Ashton Heights, it was exactly what I want more of. It is that thriller that keeps you on the edge of your seat, not knowing the story, not realizing what the twist is going to be, and it just kept you engaged. It kept you engaged. The story was very compelling. It was a thriller that just kept you in your seat. And I think that Felix is a freaking genius.
It was Shara TV, the one?
Yep. Chera TV. Felix Murbach and Candice Mizga. I'm telling you, Felix is a genius.
Yeah, we all know that already. Caitlin, what was your favorite of the month?
So obviously we talked about Offside and Side by Side and all that sort of stuff, or Step by Step, sorry. My brain's all fuzzy. But I do have to bring a couple others into the conversation. I am gonna bring I kind of touched on it before, the Not the Bride He Wanted on Real Short. Really enjoyed that one. It's been a long time since we've had a decent werewolf one, and I feel like we had that in this one. That being said, it's one that's not for everybody because it's one of those all too late, betrayal sort of ones. But I know I mentioned it at the beginning. But I said I found myself liking rom-coms and stuff like that this time around. Which I was like, oh crap, this is not me. So so you had the Step by Step and the Offside. but one that actually we haven't talked about that really surprised me, and I've actually rewatched it a couple of times. It's a rom-com. I don't know who I am anymore. It is called My Perfect Stranger on My Drama. It is a Ukrainian one with I'm gonna mispronounce names with Bogdan and Daria, and I'm not even gonna try the last name. It starts with a P. It's very long. I'm too American to even attempt it. So, My Perfect Stranger. What I liked about this one, and I kind of want to talk a little bit about it because I know a lot of times the Ukrainian verticals don't necessarily get the attention or the love. This one absolutely deserves some love and some attention because it is a what I would consider a true rom-com. So one of the things I hate about rom-coms and that in the vertical world is there's not enough comedy. Like I want a true rom-com. I don't want a romance with like a moment or two of some sort of like barely there joke. Like I want romance and comedy mixed in a nice like cake batter sort of mixed, okay? This one had it. It had a hysterical relationship between the male lead and the female lead's father. Some really great moments there. Great romance of the two of them batting back and forth. It was really that part of it was really well done. That being said, obviously Ukrainian vertical, so some of the accents and some of the verbiage wasn't 100% spot on, but it wasn't to me. It wasn't noticeable enough that it detracted from anything. And it was witty, but it had a really good pace to it too. Sometimes rom-coms I feel get really slow and I get bored really easy. This one kept good pace throughout all of it. Um, it does have some really bad makeup and like beard and stuff flaws, but that's like a vertical thing. Like I don't care who you are, I've yet to see a vertical that does a beard well. So I can kind of forgive that. But the comedic moments, the witty good pace, I mean it was wonderful. So that's My Perfect Stranger on My Drama. Well worth the watch for a rom-com.
Okay. Last but not least, Sarah, what was your
I'm go-
favorite?
I'm going to try to say new titles also because I have the biggest difficulty in like putting it into a top three because like a lot of the things that you guys said are amazing stories that I was about to talk about. But I think my number one for this month is Snow White in the City. I know I went off about it earlier. It's just I loved how they turned this like fairy tale story into something very vertical. They did not forget the vertical tropes in this. Like you know how like sometimes they try to do something new and then you lose me because it's no longer a vertical. It's no longer vertical. So I really, really liked how they were able to fold into the element. They knew their audience. They 100% knew their audience. It was me. I was the audience. And they did a perfect job for me on that. So Snow White in the City on TikTok by Ottowood. The other one that I don't think we got to even talk about at all, and I feel like I didn't realize it was just this month when this came out was actually um it's it's from My Drama. It's also a GL type. I think well it's the Summer in Between. I think that was
Oh.
really well done. The Summer in Between, it stars Bella Mraz, Kayleigh, Jenkins, and Nate Smith. That was it's a GL which does not have those GL elements that Aline was talking about earlier, where it's like it's just a transposed kind of
Was it the summer in
male.
between?
The Summer
Yeah.
in Between.
Yeah.
It's
That
on My
was my
Yeah,
Drama.
top
on
last
My Drama.
month. So for sure it was my top last month. I loved it also.
So I
Yep.
only got to watch it like end of this month. So or
That's,
start of this
yeah.
month.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
it's so good.
it's so good. It's so well done. It was just yeah, that was excellent. And
You
like
know, I
yeah,
almost didn't watch that because of how heavy the AI the poster
poster.
was. Like I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this has got to be an AI one. I almost didn't watch it because of that.
I know same. But then when Aline like reviewed it, I was like, oh, it's people. Okay, it's Bella. It's Nate in a role that was like, not his usual role, I think I would definitely.
Yeah, and Dylan Vox directed it, and Dylan
Yes.
Vox directed as
Everything is great
usual.
about this one. Like the entire stuff is amazing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
And I guess I loved Offside. If none of you mentioned Offside, if none of you mentioned Step by Step, I would have
Yeah,
put it in
yeah,
the
it's
top
fine.
3 also. But I would also add. I don't know if this is this month, but again, I did Drama Box this month, so it's Stolen Desire, with Emily and Mark.
Yeah.
It's not okay. You haven't seen this yet.
I have
It's
No,
on
actually.
I
it's on
haven't.
my drama, not Drama Box. It's
Yeah.
Sorry,
my drama.
my drama. Did I say drama box? Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. My drama. It's on my drama. So I really enjoyed this one. It was like crime, romance, kind of like supporting women's rights and wrongs, those things. So I really enjoyed the pace of this. There were some like issues for me in terms of like how are they already in love with each other, but this is vertical, so love comes very fast. But yeah, I really enjoyed that one also. Sorry, my drama. Sorry. Yeah, so yeah.
I knew which one
Good.
you were talking about because it was on my list last month. So
Yeah, so I'm like super if
Yep.
I were to like, put like it's gonna be in my I do like a top 10 monthly favorite list. It would be on this month's favorite because I only watched it like I think start
Right.
of the month. So
Mm.
like but yeah, it's so good. I
But
think
it's fine. I watched some stuff from 2025 this month, so you're good. Like you're
Yeah.
not late. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. So, the first half of the year 2026 is vertically over. We will see what we will get this summer. Maybe some really good ones, maybe less ones because of this upcoming AI situation. Actually, I'm hoping that the actors and actresses get back to work possibilities more, because what I lately heard is not so nice, that not everyone gets really good jobs at the moment. So we are all with you. We are all backing you up, or trying to back you up as good as we can. And I thank you for this first half of the year 2026. And yeah, have a great summer. And I would say we will meet again for the July recap and see how the new year, or the second half of the year, will start. So thank you very much, ladies, for talking to me, and talk in a month again. Bye.
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 This is a wrap on this episode, and I hope you tune in again.